Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video of me, William Ramsey HD. Welcome back to another F1 My Team career mode. And today guys, we are at Singapore. Just to start off this episode, just like to apologise with a bit of the gameplay looks a bit oversaturated. I don't know why it's oversaturated. I'm still in the process of trying to fix everything. But yeah, as we're going to go into the 15th round, I think it's 15th, right? We are on 15th, or 16th, I think. So we're going to go to, scrap that, I don't know what we're on. So we're going to basically go to the R&D screen and the quick practice screens and basically see where we're at. At the moment, it looks like the next couple of races will be penalties galore because I've basically used the car too hard for the last couple of races, and I've just got to start being more careful with the car and bringing it home in one piece because I've done quite a lot of damage to a lot of components. So I've got to stick on the straight and narrow and just see if we cannot break it. So we're going to go into Q1. As you can see, I do apologise for a bit of the oversaturated overlay, guys. I'm not sure what went wrong with it. I realised it only after recording. It gets a bit better towards the start of the Grand Prix and then it goes back to thing again. I tried to, in post edit, I tried to fix it where it wasn't so harsh on the eyes, but as you can see it's very saturated and pixelated. So I do apologise. It will be fixed in the next episode, which it was fixed. As we're going to pass Max Verstappen here, just going on our first flying lap. Car don't feel too bad at the moment. Car feels stable. It feels stable. Obviously our gearboxes are getting on and our ICU is about 50% as well. So it's just a case of seeing what we can do with the components we've got. And just I can see it's going to be another Q1 exit. So we just got to hit and hope to see what we can do. This section here, the bridge section here, doesn't feel too bad. I felt quite quick through this section. But just making sure I'm getting loads of speed at the corners, making sure I slow down for the corner, hitting apexes. We've gone green at the moment, ain't too bad. Going to this section here, this is the section I always hate. I always mess this section up. And sorry for the screen test, guys, I do apologise. As we're gonna go for another lap here, Carlos Sainz posts the fastest lap. As we go to a couple of laps later, we've tried to get another lap in, and this lap is considerably worse than our first lap. We're currently down in 12th position and it's not looking good for us at the moment, and the car is absolutely terrible to drive. As we started last and we're gonna go into the race, guys. Let's go.
For a couple of years, but it was great to come back to the Singapore Grand Prix. Here's the track, and it's all changed for 2023 with 4 corners removed between turns 16 and 19. It means the lap length is now just over 3 miles. That might come as a welcome relief to the drivers, or especially their brakes. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. What a qualifying yesterday for George Russell. He'll start today's race from pole position with Charles Leclerc alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Verstappen, Sainz, Hamilton, Perez, Fernando Alonso, Norris, Stroll, Gasly, Magnussen, Oscar Piastri, Jackson, Albon, Hulkenberg, Bottas, William, Joe, Sargent, Tsunoda, De Vries, and Esteban Ocon lines up at the back of the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. And joining me again for the race today, Natalie Pinkham. They've been involved in a number of costly incidents lately. That's got to affect their mindset going into this race.
Certainly confidence is an important factor, and every time you're involved in an accident, it's not just the car you damage, but that confidence as well. But all the top racing drivers are able to tune that out when the race gets underway and focus on the job at hand.
Here we go then, the formation lap gets underway and the excitement here is building as we near ever closer to the start of the race. Which team will come out on top? Who's got their strategies right for today's race? Well, we'll soon find out. We're almost ready to start the race as the cars take their positions on the grid, with the drivers and teams making their final preparations.
As we go to 5 red lights for the Singapore Grand Prix. Lights out and away we go. We get a very, very, very decent start. Very nice start. Passing a couple of cars. Now we're going to go down the outside of Aiden Jackson here. Go down the outside of a Haas and Lando Norris. Very, very nice start. We find ourselves in, I think, P11, or what, P9. We're now fighting with Stroll and Perez going down the straight, and Stroll's going to make a look for Perez in, trying to go down the inside. We get the move done with Stroll. Very nice move, and very nice start to this race. We're already making up places already. I do wish that we started better place, so I'm not basically scrambling to get back to the front, obviously, because we're in this championship fight with Max Verstappen. And at the moment, every point counts. So we're gonna try and make a move. Was trying to make a move on Sergio Perez here as we're going down the straight towards the bridge section, and we get the move done on Sergio Perez. Bit of a risky move there because we nearly pushed him out wide into the barrier. As we move on to lap 8, nothing happened. In them laps, guys, so we're going to come in early and get an early pit stop, see if we can jump a couple of people going into the next couple of laps, see if we can get an undercut, because that's what we're good at. We're good at getting undercuts. So we're going to go in. We've got the optimal pit stop, love to see it, and now we are ready to rock and roll. So we're coming out in P21 here, guys, and obviously De Vries is at the race. I believe he had a mechanical issue, so now all we have to do is just basically race our heart out and see where we can become. It's gonna be a long race from here, and it always is. These last couple of races, getting these penalties, because I want to fight for a championship, but I can't at the moment because I keep getting penalties. But as we come out the pits, we've got the leaders coming out the pits as well, as it's going to be close for Max Verstappen. Go right round the outside. Very nice move. Get the move done, and we are into 13th place. So we are in a net, I believe, P3 at the moment. So we've got 2 cars up ahead to pass, which is Leclerc, which I believe is in a net P1, and Hamilton, which is in a net P2. So at the moment I believe Russell is going well as well, and he's really steaming off ahead. So we have to dispatch Hamilton and Leclerc and basically see if we can basically get past Sargent as well, so it gives us a chance to maybe have a go at Russell, because he was the one that was leading this race. Sargent's doing a very, very good job of holding me, Hamilton and Leclerc up here. What a nice move on Hamilton right round the outside. I think he might have a problem, as the same lap, a bit harsh, but we go down the inside of Charles Leclerc. Very nice move here, dispatched him very nicely. Now we are on to Logan Sargent. I think he's going in the pits this lap, so we don't really need to worry too much. We've not really lost any time per se, so it's just a case of seeing where we become now. So I believe we're going to come out in a net P2, and it's very, very, very nice to see, as Russell is already 5.5 seconds down the road. So if we didn't get held up, there was a little hold up there. There was a few mistakes on the out lap we made as well. So if there wasn't them mistakes, we could have maybe challenged Russell for the lead, because that's what we really needed to do. As we are going on to lap 14, Charles Leclerc is challenging us for P2 here. We get really wide on the curb, and Hamilton is now past him as well. I believe he might have took off a bit of wing end plate, but it wasn't my fault. It was just me connecting with the basically the apex curve, and it basically threw the balance of the car. So as we see here, Fernando Alonso is at the race. I'm going to see this replay, guys. Alonso was trying to pass, and I don't know why he was there, but he's took himself out the race. He was racing for P3, but now there's a safety car. Guys in the comments, please let me know whose fault you thought that was, because I personally believe that it wasn't my fault. He was trying to make a move on me on the track where I had the inside line covered, but he just decided to turn in on me. So yeah, that is up for debate, because I don't feel like that was my fault at all, as now we are like 20 odd seconds behind Russell. But the thing is, safety car, I did think about going in, but I don't think I will, because I'm only gonna spend like the next 4 laps catching back up, and I won't get nowhere near the front where I need to be. So I'm gonna stay out on the tyres I have and just basically see what I can do. Obviously people around me have got like 2 laps younger tyres, so I've just got to keep people behind me. Then that's all I can really do. I don't think I'll be able to challenge Russell at all, because he's done the absolute stellar job this weekend, and we just picking up the pieces really, as our championship contender is literally right behind us. So we need to keep him behind at all costs, because we need to outscore him. So he's got 5 wins, and we need to get level them wins out to see where we're at towards the end of the season. As the safety car is just about to finish here, we was right at the back of Russell, but the game stopped me from getting right on the back of him. So as you can see, my tyres are old. He's just basically, he's gonna ride off into the sunset, and there's nothing I can do to compete with him, as Max Verstappen is now all over my gearbox, and I'm just trying to keep him behind, because at the moment, if the way this is going and the tyres are going off, have gone off so quickly, I could be maybe finishing this race P6, P7. So I need to keep my wits about me and just not overdrive the car. Russell's gone, there's nothing I can do. As we move on to lap 21 here, coming towards the end of the lap. We're actually keeping Verstappen and Co at bay. They've not really done much to make any moves on me at the moment. I've just been able to keep them at bay, just under a second here, and it's feeling good even though I'm on the tyres are gone. Russell's just 2.7 seconds up the road, so I'm keeping pace. But obviously as we move on to the last lap of the race, we all know that obviously there's no way I can catch up. My tyres are spent as Verstappen moves into 0.3 seconds under right behind me now, and I went wide on that curb, so he's gonna have DRS going down this straight. I just try to cover it off, and he doesn't make a move. He's just a tenth behind me as I slow him down, and him and Sainz are now scrapping behind me, and he's lost a place. So if it stays like this, it's another place game. But Carlos Sainz is now going to try and move down the inside. Oh, and he clamped the wall. He's all right though. He's not done what Alonso did, but we didn't pinch him. We had the line, and he stuck his nose, and he's stuck his nose in again, and we've hit our wing on the wall, and Verstappen's going to capitalise on that now, and all we've got to do is just keep our thing. That was a bit of a naughty move from him, I guess, because obviously the move we pulled was naughty, so he got a bit frustrated, so he threw a move down the inside, and basically that was that. It was I put it as a racing incident. So as we're coming around the last couple of corners, obviously the aero balance is not there at the moment, as George Russell wins the Singapore Grand Prix, as Sainz and Verstappen are still scrapping for a third and fourth spot here, as we get second again. Oh my god, that feels good. It feels good, and I can't express how good that feels. I wish I could have competed for the win, but I will take a second place this weekend. And congratulations to George. He was mega the whole weekend, and I couldn't do anything about him, even though my tyres were spent. Maybe if we was on the same lap, I could have had the pace to catch up with him, but yeah, he was above and beyond this weekend, and there wasn't a lot I could do. So yeah, as we go to the podium celebrations, I don't know who actually, oh yeah, Verstappen made it on the podium. Yeah, I'm sorry for the oversaturatedness, guys. I believe it's fixed for the next 2 videos, I believe so, but yeah, it was very oversaturated, and there was not a lot I could do once I noticed. It's basically, with getting this new monitor and having the new Elgato, it's basically tuning them settings up to make it look how I want it to look, but it's then oversaturated. So I do apologise for that, as that is the classification. George Russell, me, Verstappen, Carlos Sainz, and it went too quickly as we renew our sponsor and we get some upgrades, but we are 30 points behind Verstappen now, and now Charles Leclerc is homing in on us, so it's going to be a long road. Obviously I wish I didn't have them 2 DNFs, I would have been a bit further forward. But as you can see, Max Verstappen's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins, and we've only got 3. We need them 5 wins to be able to compete. But yeah, guys, if you want to see more, like, comment, subscribe. This season is getting really, really tasty. And thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.